From the Pasture by Hired Hand is presented by R3 Hilltop Ranch. Located in Chilton, Texas, R3 Hilltop Ranch has been breeding registered Texas Longhorns since 2006. What began as 3 heifers has grown into our current herd, which you can explore on our website at r3hilltop.com. We're passionate about loud colors, longhorns, and docile temperaments, but it's the easy-keeping, low-maintenance traits of Texas Longhorns that initially attracted us and continue to drive our herd growth. In addition to livestock, we proudly offer certified Longhorn beef products. Visit r3hilltop.com/beef to learn more. Thank you for listening and enjoy exploring our ranch online at r3hilltop.com.
Hi there, I'm Molly.
And I'm Jamie, and this is our From the Pasture with Hired Hand podcast.
For 15 years now, we've been proudly helping breeders promote hundreds of thousands of pedigree livestock with our easy-to-use animal management-driven website software.
And let's not forget about Hired Hand Live, where over $1 million worth of livestock is sold online each year.
We're excited to bring you market trends, sales data, advice from your fellow breeders, and stories from the ranch.
Our software makes managing your website and your animals a breeze, so you can focus on what you love.
So let us handle your digital chores while you tune in to another episode of From the Pasture with Hired Hand.
Today we're talking about the upcoming Millennium Futurity sale, as well as the NLFR Championship. Our guest, Ann Gravett, the Millennium Futurity managing partner and sale host, along with Dan Huntington from the NLFR, will give us an inside look at the cattle and other details for the weekend. Be sure to visit hiredhandlive.com, where you can view all the consignments, get detailed information, and place your bids. You can also check out the consigners' websites powered by Hired Hand software to learn more about their programs. If you're excited to hear about the outstanding Longhorns headed to the sale ring, stay tuned. We've got the full rundown. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, everybody.
Hi there.
Ann, you want to take a second to introduce yourself?
Yep. Ann Gravett, managing partner of the Millennium Futurity Partnership.
And you've had Longhorns for quite a few years. When did you originally start raising Longhorns?
Ben and I purchased our first Longhorns in the end of the 80s. I don't know the exact date, just we kind of got into it by happenstance, is the way most people get into it. Just get one or two, and then you just go from there, and here we go.
And I believe you and Ben were some of the original partners or the founding partners of the Millennium?
Founding. Yeah, Ben started it. We were in the quarter horse industry at the time before we got involved with the Longhorns, and knew how the futurities added value in the horse industry to the young animals. So as we got more and more involved, started putting on sales. We ran sales. Our first sale that we put on was in 1992. From there, he just kind of started thinking about how can we make our younger animals more valuable, especially the heifers. At that time, mostly the sales were older, big cows. The heifers weren't really a part of it. Reining horses and the cutting horses both had futurity. So we brought that over from the horse industry and brought it into the Longhorn industry just as a way, like I said, to make these heifers more valuable. So you show them as younger animals only. Here at the Millennium, the oldest animal that could be shown is a 3-year-old. Some of the futurities don't even go up to that age. But it did exactly what he wanted it and what he thought it would do, and it's created a huge market for our heifers and our young bulls.
And tell us more about the Millennium and how people can become a partner if they are interested.
To become a partner, it's a $5,000 fee to become a Millennium Futurity partner, and that's a lifetime fee. It gives you the chance to utilize the highlighted heifer sale on Friday night at the Millennium Futurity. Only the partners can consign. And last year we started the $10,000 Grand Champion Award for partners only, and that's if a partner should win Grand Champion heifer or bull, they get $10,000 for their prize, whereas if someone that's not a partner wins, they get $1,000. So that really kind of moved along and helped us get some new partners this year, which has been fun.
How many new partners have you had this year?
This year we have Terry King has joined, Dreamwood Farms, Lloyd Esch, G3 Ranch, Josh, Brittany Gentry, G&A Long Country Club Ranch, George and Annie Wartzbaugh, David and Retta Henry, and then breaking news today, Jimmy Jones joined.
Oh, wow.
So we have 6 new partners this year so far.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
How many partners do you have total?
Today makes 53 active partners. There are many, many partners that are inactive now or just aren't with us anymore, maybe. I don't know. Since it started so long ago. Some of our first partners were Richard and Jeannie Phillip, Lonesome Pines, the Bolins, Orrin Odell, some names from the past, Deer Creek, the Bowmans, Ursula and John Allen. Unfortunately, some of them are no longer with us, but like I said, we've got 53 active partners as of now, which is wonderful.
Yeah. And there's one other thing that happens the weekend of the Millennium that is specific to the Millennium. We can't forget about the Rooster.
Yeah, the Rooster seems to have been on a little bit of a hiatus this year. He's not been very active. I did snap a picture of him at the Horn Showcase, so he did make an appearance there. But yeah, he's auctioned off at the Millennium Futurity each year. Whoever purchases the Rooster, also known as Little Brent Frank, then gets to choose who the Rooster goes to live with throughout the year. That person is supposed to bring the Rooster with them when they go to events, kind of interact, I don't know, just make them a part of their life, I guess you'd say.
So, I mean, that Rooster could even go with, you don't have to be like necessarily a Longhorn breeder. Could be just somebody involved in the industry, like,
last year when Josh,
maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, last year Josh received the Rooster and they weren't partners at the time. Now they are. So look at that Rooster go.
Yeah, see what he does. That's what he does. I mean, the Rooster gets around.
Oh, yeah.
It does. It does for sure. So how did the Rooster start?
Christy, one year at Glenrose, when the Millennium Futurity was still in Glenrose, Christy had brought tons and tons of door prizes, what she called door prizes. This Rooster was among them. So we just decided, let's just auction this Rooster off and see what happens. So we did. And the first year he was given to Brent Bolin, thus the name Little Brent Frank. So I think somewhere in there, because of COVID, I think they ended up having him a couple of years.
Yeah, that was like 2019 or whatever, and then COVID hit. Yeah. We just decided to give it back to Brent.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just a fun little thing. I like for my events to be just fun and, I don't know, just do different things to add some entertainment factors to everything. So the Rooster has just been traveling about ever since, and he'll be there again this year to go to a lucky new owner.
Yeah, I think in every year, whoever has it gets to add their brand to him.
Yes.
Correct?
That's correct.
Yeah. Well, let's jump into the Millennium. What happens on Thursday?
Thursday is just the cattle arriving from 8 to 8 in the morning till 8 at night. If there are special travel arrangements needed later in the evening, they can contact Sean Peccano. He's going to be handling the cows out back to make arrangements for a late arrival if something happens on the road or whatnot. But all cattle need to be in Thursday because Friday the heifer futurity starts, and the guys will be busy moving those heifers around to be shown. So,
what time does the heifer futurity start on Friday?
10 o'clock.
Do you know how many classes and entries you have?
The heifer classes have 10 classes, and there's 154 heifers entered this year.
And what about bull classes?
The bulls have 7 classes, and I think there are 56 bulls entered this year with 7 classes. So
at 10 o'clock, the futurity starts, the heifer futurity starts. And then what happens after the heifer futurity?
Somewhere in there, we'll have a Millennium Partners meeting just there in the sale area for the partners. They usually don't take very long. We just kind of go over everything that's happened during the past year and whatnot. It's not too big of a deal. And then we'll move right into the sale, the highlighted heifer sale at 5:30 in the evening.
And what are the terms to, consign to the heifer sale?
That heifer sale is for partners only. And again, when we started the Millennium, there were not really heifer sales. There were maybe one or two here or there, but it was not a real thing. So that became a big reason for people to join at that point in time. And the only people that could show in the Millennium Futurity, their animals had to be bought through a partner. Now every animal out there their papers are stamped Millennium Futurity eligible. That's how much it's grown in that amount of time since we started it. But so just the partners are eligible to consign to that sale.
Well, speaking of the sale happening, who should people contact if they have questions?
They can contact myself, or Chase has helped me with the sale as well. So between the two of us, and Sean as well has got it all the information.
And who are you having this year for the auctioneer and pedigree reader?
Auctioneer is Mr. Daniel Huntington. Chase Bazoot will be reading pedigrees, and Sean's crew will be handling the cows in the back. So
I know that there's people that are always willing to haul back and forth, but do you have anybody that you know of for certain that has said that they'll be hauling?
I don't have a list of haulers as of yet, but we've got people coming from every direction. So we know, as we know, Dan Grove is always there. He's heading east. Several people from out west, Texas, Oklahoma area are coming, up north, south. They're just coming from every direction. So I feel confident we can get rides if we need them, but I don't have a true list of haulers at this point in time.
Well, let's get into the consignments for the sale. How many consignments do you have this year?
We have 31 heifers consigned this year, and that's 21 consigners have partners have gotten together to put this group together for us.
Are there any updates or scratches, subs, anything like that?
None.
Wow,
Yeah, can you
that's
believe
unusual.
It?
Well, are you ready to play a game of catalog roulette?
Let's do it.
Okay. You sound so excited to do this.
She always tricks me on these.
Okay, well, you know what? Let's just start off with Miss Cindy Boland's Lot 2, Playing It Cool, BCB. What do you know about her?
I mean, we all know Cindy and her program. She just brings really good animals when she comes. She's got 2 lots in this year. The first 2, we put the sale order this year from youngest to oldest. She had the 2 actual youngest ones, so she ended up with lot 1 and 2. They're both out of some of her Justified daughters. So that's what she's trying to highlight right now, and both are by her center stage BCB bull. So she always brings good ones.
Let's move on to Lot 8 with Greg Cott, LBR Cherry Brandy.
Yep. This one that Greg's bringing this year is totally his breeding. He bred the dam, he bred the sire. She's exposed back to that Blue Moon bull that he utilizes quite a bit. Her name is this consignment's LBR Cherry Brandy. So just a pretty little Parker Brown heifer. So he brought a good one.
So the next one that we'll stop on is Lot 13 from Josh and Megan Shaw with H&B Longhorns. The animal's name is H&B Moncherry.
Yeah. She's by the Stone Red bull. They've had lots of luck with that bull and have done very, very well with them. The Stone Red bulls by Cowboy Casanova. So also out of one of their dams that they have bred. So it's kind of nice to see the breeders being able to utilize their own breeding in this sale. Makes it even more exciting, I think.
I'm going to scroll here a little bit longer. Next up, we'll do Lot 18 from David and Retta Henry with DR Henry Ranch. Her name is DR Sweetie Pie.
They're some of our new members this year. So that was exciting for them to be able, this is their first consignment to the Millennium. This is a heads up daughter. So and it's exposed to their Phantom bull, their young Phantom bull that they're so proud of right now. So, looking forward to seeing her and all the rest of them too. So yeah, I'm really, really happy that David and Retta have joined and they're part of it now.
And I'm going to guess these next people that I'm stopping on are have been around the Millennium maybe since it started, but we'll do lot 24. Bill and Elizabeth Hudson. Their heifer's name is HL Sassy Classy.
Yeah, they have definitely been members for a very long time. This is a real pretty, just lateral horned heifer. She's by that 6CR DC Tex, bred to their Rembrandt bull, young bull that they're bringing into their program now. So I think she's going to do really well. She's and like you said, the Hudsons are they've been in the Longhorns for a very long time now and are just known to bring really good ones to the sales for sure.
Let's do one from Ricky McLeod, lot 29, HBR Jolene.
Yep, Ricky joined last year. He was a new member last year. He's bringing one of his outlaw Josie Wells daughters. He's had a lot of luck with that bull too. He's exposed back to that metallic boom of Natalie's, and just a really pretty heifer with really cool horn set. I think they're all. We've got a good group this year. I think it's going to do good.
And last but not least, we'll end with Hoosier Longhorns, Dana Tracy Jones, lot 31, Juicy Gossip.
Yep, she's our oldest girl in the sale, and she's born March of 23, exposed back to their jack of all trades bull. Again, just a good breeders that always bring good animals. She's by their Native Legends bull, which has just been knocking it out of the park for them this year. So it's an exciting group of heifers that's going to be here this year.
I think maybe Chase should watch out. You might come for his job.
No.
Might need you if you can't make it to another sale.
No.
Well, that wraps up Friday. What happens on Saturday right away in the morning?
I just dropped my paper, sorry. Saturday, we move into the bull classes. So that starts at 10. There are 7 classes of bull entries with 56 entries. And then after that, we move on to awards and all that good stuff. So,
who are you having this year for your judges?
Judges this year are Mike Metcalf, Tony Stegmuller, Devin Culpepper, Scott Picker, and Matt Marty. And
the awards typically start, would you say, like half hour, 45 minutes after the futurity ends?
We just have to, we get everything figured and checked and double checked and triple checked before we put everything out. So just to make sure everything's right. It doesn't take too long. We've got it, Dan's crew's got it down to a science now, so.
And now let's hear from our advertisers.
Do you sometimes feel like you're the only one who doesn't have it all figured out? Rural life can be isolating, but it doesn't have to be.
Welcome to Ag's Most Okayest Farm Girls, the podcast for women who are craving connection, laughter, solidarity, camaraderie, and just overall encouragement in your everyday life and dreams.
Each week, your hosts, Annalise, that's me, and Courtney will cover topics such as farm life, mom life, making money online, side hustles, hobbies, sharing on social media, jobs off the farm, and so much more.
Us rural gals need to stick together, so saddle up for some fun, real, and unsolicited advice and stories from our everyday farm lives.
Grab a drink, we're Ag's Most Okayest Farm Girls, and we're here to help. Listen wherever you find podcasts.
Overwhelmed with your digital chores? Let us lend a hand. From websites and animal management to internet auctions, graphic design, marketing, search engine optimization, and more, Hired Hand Software is your hired hand for all things digital.
Specializing in pedigree, livestock, breeds, and beyond, we handle the tech so you can focus on the animals you love. Visit hiredhandsoftware.com today, where your digital chores just got a whole lot easier.
Looking for top quality Longhorns and a taste of true Texas spirit? Look no further than Cantera Cattle Company. Our passion for Longhorns shines at Old Gringo Ranch, where tradition meets excellence. Visit us online at CanteraCattleCompany.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for the latest updates and ranch life fun. Ready to experience it yourself? Schedule your visit by emailing CanteraCattle@gmail.com. Remember, God is great, Longhorns are good, and life is crazy.
Well, and speaking of Dan, he is one of the masterminds behind the NLFR. And this year, there's going to be an NLFR championship after the awards on Saturday. So, Dan, first, do you want to talk about what the NLFR is?
Okay, NLFR, we started, this was our second year. What we did is we built upon the idea of the Millennium Futurity, the original Futurities, and across the nation tried to tie together all of the Futurities into like one championship at the end. And no better place to have it than, at the Millennium Futurity. So we were really excited to be able to partner with Millennium Futurity on this event. It's a little bit different concept than the Millennium Futurity in the aspect that the first year we were on just a points-based scenario. This year it's going to come down to bracketed head-to-head, like your NCAA championships. It's a great way to get to our ultimate grand champion animal, and we're really excited, like I said, to do this for the first year. Not exactly, a little bit nervous to see how all the logistics are going to work out. I'm going to be honest, it's a lot of moving parts, but I'm confident in Sean and the back crew and the barn ability to move these cows around like we need to have them do. They're going to be judged with a 3-panel judge, and what they're going to do is they're not scoring them this time. They're actually picking. It's going to be 2-1 or 3 in favor, or however that's going to go down. And as each animal wins in its head-to-head round, it'll advance and keep going farther and farther into it and winning prizes and cash all the way down to our national crowning championship animal.
Have you all decided who's going to go first, the females or the males?
We'll be starting with the heifers. We're going to do the heifers first and then the bulls. Since the bulls are showing on Saturday, Joe's going to be back in the war room trying to get them all put together as we start into the heifers. We're going to try and expedite it and get through it as fast as we can. However, it's going to be a lot of animals moving in and out. We're hoping to, we're going to hopefully be done with the bulls, wrapped up, have our luncheon and do the awards for the Millennium and move right into the championship. And I'm thinking 2 to 3 hours, hopefully we can get through all the bracketed and get to our championship. One of the things that, I don't want to leave out, what it's done, the NLFR, I think we've seen it across the nation. Our futurity participation has been, off the charts in the last 2 years, people chasing the points. And it's really accomplished what we wanted to do. We just wanted to create more participation. Ben was spot on with starting this whole Millennium Futurity, and it's what it's done is it's really increased our heifers throughout and young bulls throughout the industry. And you've been around since the beginning of it. We've seen it, the chasing and the participation in it. The last 2 years has been just incredible. It keeps getting better and better. Mm-hmm. So working this way, I feel like, here we're putting together the Millennium Futurity. So, we're putting together the Super Bowl and the Daytona 500 in one location and, in hoping to have something really, really great and hopefully a long relationship with the Millennium Futurity working together with them. Like I said, it's just fun to finally have something that ties these together. We're tracking the sires and the dams, and we're looking really forward to having a big program at the end of the year in the January trails and that, honoring all of the futurities and all of the animals that competed, and especially our champion animals and our high points animals of the year. So it's a lot of fun things coming, a lot of great prizes we're going to be giving out, some money and stuff like that. One of the things to get out is, bear with us. It is a new concept kind of, and we're working through all the little kinks and we're getting there. I feel like we're getting there. We did decide to eliminate the entry fee going into this event because we had so many great sponsors this year of the NLFR, and we really appreciate them. So
you mentioned prizes. What kind of prizes should people expect?
We're giving out everything from, we're starting out with buckets, because who doesn't love a great bucket? Everybody loves a good bucket, NLFR bucket, all the way up to the champion heifer and champion bull is going to win a custom Joe shoot with all of the sponsors' logos all over it. We've got guns, we've got knives, we've got binoculars, we've got hats, jackets. There's a lot of great prizes. So every time you win a round, you win more prizes and up into the money. So, I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun, I think. It's a cool way, because we always have the, this one did score the points. Well, now you actually got head to head. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a real good way to get to the national champion.
You also mentioned judges. Who did you choose for your 3 judges?
Okay, so we've got 3 judges, and we had to have 3 judges that weren't scared to stand up and in front of everybody and actually vote. There's no hiding behind the paper. So we got Mr. Dan Grove, and Dan's got a heck of an eye for cattle. We got to throw that in.
Poor Dan.
Poor Dan, I love him. He's a great guy. Ryan Culpepper. So Ryan's been around forever, and he's kind of our newest partner in the NLFR, managing manager of our NLFR moving forward. Also, then we have Miss Amelia Picker from out west. So, I mean, I think they're a great group of judges with a lot of experience, and we're happy to have them all, and I think they're going to do a great job, and we're going to get to that national champion.
Is there anything else that you want to share about the NLFR? Maybe not necessarily about the championship, but moving forward next year?
I mean, let me think. Are we doing anything much different? There's going to be some changes coming and stuff like that. A few different changes. Nothing major as of yet. I don't know. I don't think there's a whole lot different. We're looking forward to the second year. And after this year, it's going to give us a whole lot better idea of how trying to run 64 animals head-to-head is going to work out. So, like I said, as it's going, this is in a developmental kind of stage. And I think every year it's going to get a little bit smoother, a little bit bigger, better. And like I said, it's doing what it was supposed to accomplish in just creating more participation throughout the country in futurities and adding value to these animals. I mean, it definitely, futurity animals are a thing that's here. It's a great way. I talk to a lot of new people that get into the industry, and they really see, I mean, what a way to get your name out and the value that you can get out of participating in all these futurities across the country.
Do you want to talk about what the winner, like the high point winner from the 2025 futurities, what they receive?
The 2025 was going to receive, like I said, the money. I forget how much the dollar amount of the money in that is. And like I said, a lot of this isn't necessarily about the money. It's about the promotion of the ranch, the promotion of the animals, and the breeding programs that we have. So they're going to win the Joe shoot. They're going to win a gun. They're going to win a jacket. They're going to win knives. They're going to win binoculars. They're going to win money. And then they're going to win with the end of year book. The January trails will have the cover, and we're going to have several pages inside the trails, as well as we're going to be doing a standalone program from throughout the year that's going to have all the results from every futurity, some pictures from every futurity, advertising for our sponsors. Miss Ann Gravett was our first sponsor, our first big sponsor, a $10,000 sponsor. We certainly appreciate that. This book's going to be something that's going to be mailed with the trails, so it's going to go out to everyone basically in the industry. And you're going to get a lot of advertising value. You're going to be on the cover of the book, the heifer and bull that wins. We're going to have the highest point sires and dams listed in there, pictures of them. So, I mean, I think it's just the real value, once again, is all the promotion that you're going to get for it from the year.
Well, we look forward to seeing who you crown as the champions for both.
Yeah, we're excited about it. Definitely excited about seeing who's going to make it. And who knows? I mean, the thing with the head-to-head competition, it may not be the highest point animal in the country, because there's been a few that have showed up just randomly. And if they won high points or championship at any futurity, they only had to go to 1 or 2 events to qualify to be in the head-to-head. So we are going to take some out of the Millennium. We're going to pull in some wild cards, and there's going to be some buys for the highest points ones that have had an opportunity, that have traveled so much. We feel like they deserve a little break and give them a round off or whatever. So it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a good, fair way to get to that champion.
Well, you mentioned sponsors a little bit earlier. for the NLFR
And
championship.
you're going to put me on the spot, aren't you?
I am.
Let me open my website up real quick. You're killing me.
While you're doing that too, like this barn that we're using, the Bluegrass Stockyards, I'll just say kudos to them for back of their area. It makes it, because it's a feat to move that many cows back and forth, especially for the head-to-head competition.
Yes.
So it's hard on the guys in the back to do it smoothly and quietly, and this is just a great facility to work with for that, I think.
Yeah, all around. I mean, you hit it right on the head, Ann. It's not just the facility; it's the whole barn's attitude. From the general manager, Jim, is amazing to deal with. He'll be up in the crow's nest, running gates, running microphone, moving them back and forth. And your crew, I mean, Sean and them do an amazing job. They handle the cattle, they move them through fast and yet calmly. I mean, what a great bunch of guys.
Yeah.
So, getting into our sponsors, thanks for putting me on the spot there. First of all, I mentioned our big sponsors. We had Miss Ann Gravett at G&G. She was our first one. I started talking to her about the whole concept, the whole idea, and asking, about, I didn't even ask her. And basically she's like, well, aren't you going to ask me? And she was the first one to jump on board with a $10,000 sponsorship, which is huge. And then we had Glendenning Farms, of course, Rex and Charisse, great supporters of the entire industry. Some super great people. I really enjoy dealing with them. We got the Mannings, M7. Wayne jumped in at the $10,000. We had the Buxtons, Tom and Amy. They do a great job. We got the Hudsons, right there in Indiana. Austin Rohr, Superior Farms and Superior Firearms. He actually got us all the guns and engraving and the binoculars. So we really appreciate him. We had Crown Creek, the Tewksbury's. They're, fairly newer into the Longhorn industry and stuff, but they really saw the value in the futurity race. And I mean, they've got 20 gauge on the top, the 20 gauge partnership and stuff. So that we really appreciate them. We got Siller Landed Cattle. Mac and Andrea really have made a name for themselves in the industry. They've not only purchased some great animals, I mean, they're starting to really sell some amazing cattle. We got Mr. Travis Johnson, LTJ Longhorns. We appreciate him. Travis is a great guy, a lot of fun. He's been chasing a lot of futurities and stuff and having a good time. The Hoosier Longhorns, we talked about the Hoosier boys. Great, what a great bunch of guys. And I mean, they're always really supportive of all of the industry. We got Circle A, Brian and Karen. I mean, they're constantly running around with the futurity stuff. Who does, Karen Sue, I mean, she's a lot of fun. And Brian, her ranch manager, they do a great job. They've been winning a lot. They'll definitely be there. We got Mr. Randy Murray at New Age Cattle Company. We really appreciate Randy. He's a lot of fun until he has too much fun and then he's got to go to bed. But whatever, Randy, you do all right. Lazy Dog Longhorns, and they're the folks that have purchased my store up here and stuff. And we raise cattle together and stuff. So they're a great sponsor. We got the Landis Farms, Aaron and Micah. I mean, they're starting to be a force to be reckoned with out there. I mean, they definitely are out doing a lot of great things. And then we got Kevin and Jody Bryant, who've been a big integral part in the futurities and stuff. And we've gotten a lot of great ideas and feedback from Kevin over the years, and we really appreciate him. So those are our main sponsors for this year. We've got a lot of other people that are interested, and 2025 is coming, so we'll be calling, don't worry. Or 2026, there we go. I'll get on the right here. So that's pretty much everybody.
And I know you have some sponsors for the Millennium. Do you want to talk about them?
I sure can. Our Lonesome Pines sponsors are our class sponsors. So those are the really big ones. They get to present the trophy to the winner of each class. This year we have SETLA, which is the Southeast Texas Longhorn Association. They're also going to be setting up a little booth, I think, and giving away little stuffed Texas Longhorns to every kid that's at the fraternity, is what I've been told.
Oh, sweet.
So that's kind of a fun thing. So SETLA, we've got the Hudsons, of course. Daryl and Denise Presley, Daryl Presley Longhorns. Again, Brian and Karen Allen, Circle A Ranch. G&A Country Club Ranch, the Wort Spas. 5D Ranch, they're in Wisconsin.
Hey, right on.
G&G Longhorns, RTG, the boys from up in New York, they're one of our big sponsors. Hoosiers Longhorns, Cold Copper, and also Miss Lisa Lubring is one of our big Lonesome Pine sponsors. We had 2 step up real early for the bar sponsorship, and that was Bill and Suzanne Torkelson's, and also the Glendennings. They're
Nice.
like Dan said, those guys are just all big supporters of the industry and are always willing to step in and do lots of things. For the Ben Gravett sponsorships, we've got Carol Powell, Cindy Boland, Greg Cott, J&T Longhorns, the Henrys, Natalie Cheney, Blundell's, Flying Bee Cattle Company, the Codys, and the Tallies. And then for the Bill Davidsons, we've got Travis Johnson and the Eddings. So those are our main sponsors, which is, we so appreciate all of them and couldn't do these events without them. It just makes such a huge difference to have all the support from the industry.
Well, there's one last thing we usually do here on the Sale Podcast. And since I got 2 of you here, I'm going to put you both on the spot.
Oh, great.
The last it's called the Fast 5. I name a characteristic of a Longhorn and you pick one out of the sale that we have not already talked about.
Ground beef. No,
A characteristic.
we're turning it around.
Yeah, no.
How about
So the
we
first-
pick something and you figure it out?
That's not how this game goes. So the first characteristic I'll choose is a black and white animal.
5D Ranch one.
Dynamic. I'm not sure how you say that Randolph's name. Oho LP.
The Oho.
Yeah. Is that how you say it? Dynamic Oho. Lot
Oh,
25 is a black and white.
All right. The next one is Twist. I don't know if you can tell with the little heifers
They're all
yet.
babies yet.
Twist.
I don't know. Maybe there's some that you can tell.
Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to get up close
Maybe
to
some
them.
of the older ones.
I mean, it's hard. I mean, we're just looking at
Not yet.
pictures too. So, I mean, maybe Ricky's. Ricky's looks like she could probably be doing some twist, and so could the Feigls have one that looks like it's gotten some twist on it. The Youngs. I mean, there could be a lot of these that could definitely be doing some twisting.
Okay. Next, we'll go to a red and white.
I haven't looked at. It's got to be Ann's. It's got to be Ann's.
There's lots of red and white ones.
I
Terry
didn't
King's.
really
Terry
look
King's
that
got a red
close
one
at
in
the
there
cat.
by Hanging Tough this year.
What
So-
lot was Terry's? Do you remember? Or do you know?
Terry's is lot 22.
22.
Hanging Tough daughter.
Okay. The next one is Brindle.
Rindle.
It's not fair. I got to look in the book here.
Well, I do too.
I don't think there's.
I mean, my girl is Brindle in white. Does that count?
That counts. Yep.
How about H&B Mon Cherie? Is it she Brindle?
Yes, she's Brindle.
Somebody
the
wasn't
Shaw
paying
is Brindle.
attention.
She looks
Right
very
there
And,
Brindle.
about that one.
What's that? Is that the one
Yeah.
you're talking about? 13?
We already talked about her.
And
No,
Hudson's
we
lot
didn't.
26, their second lot. She's Brindle in white.
Okay. And the last one is True Black.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, are we going to use Joe's definition of true black? So we
Yep.
can pick a white
think we
one
should.
with a black nose and black ears, like
think
lot
so.
31, Juicy Gossip.
Yeah, but we already talked about that one. It has to be one that we haven't talked about yet.
True black.
Well, 5D Nova's Pearl is true black.
I was going to say.
Okay. There we go. That's what I was
She
looking
is.
for.
Yeah,
Dan should have got that one.
Right?
I had to look because I forgot what her name was. To be honest, I look at everyone else's cows all week. I don't get to look at my own.
Well, Anne or Dan, is there
Mhm.
anything else that you want to share with people that we have not already talked about?
Come to the Millennium Championship and have a good time.
Yeah, it's all about having a good time. So there's lots to do in Lexington. I know there's a big football game this year, and it's kind of caused some room issues. It sounds like with people, but sometimes things happen beyond our control. But there's lots of places, and but there's just tons to do there. The racetrack, you can go over. A lot of people are going over on Thursday afternoon. Once they get there and unload their cows, over to the racetrack and hang out there for a bit. And there's just lots to do in that town. So,
Well, thanks for joining us. Make sure to check out the Millennium Futurity sale consignments ahead of sale day and follow us for more updates. Until next time.